Book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful Thursday. We will have our encouraging word Thursday this evening. I believe about 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, around that time, between 7:30 and 7:45. But y'all, I'm in the car, I'm driving, and so I said this might be the time um, for me to just do a quick live about something that I just wanted to address. Okay. Hey, Pammy Pooh, welcome. Thank you for joining, sis. Make sure y'all tap that like button and let everyone know we are live. Okay. So y'all know I don't even do lives like this that often. Hi, Janet, welcome. But I feel the need to speak up about something. Okay. Now, underneath in the comments on some of my videos, I've noticed that a few people, and like I said, I don't have to call out people or anything like that. Hey, Queen Shailene. Hey, Shelly. Thank y'all for joining. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, Jewel, or a Cash App, and Shelly can put that in the chat. And so, in covering recently the Malcolm Jamal Warner situation, hey, Dreamy Girl, I noticed that, there have been some people underneath my comments with some things that they have stated that I do want to address because it could be other people that are feeling the same way. Okay, so I'll just do one live to address it. Okay, now, first of all, no one, and I have stated this on a live before. In this particular situation, there has not been an official investigation. There has not been an official suspect list. There has not been anything beyond. It hasn't even been stated that this is foul play. Okay. Now, a lot of people have moved on from it with the information that we were given through the mainstream media about Malcolm Jamal Warner, as far as him having an accidental drowning and with him dying due to asphyxiation, due to submersion and so forth. They left it at that. However, there's another piece to the puzzle, that a lot of the things that we have been told has not been true. Okay. And I know it's a lot of people, when they heard it, had an uncomfortable feeling that something has been off about this situation. Okay. Now, with that said, if there's been information directly from, hi Barbara, welcome, directly from the people over there, and no one over here has sought fit that we know of to go and really check on it, but pretty much one person, one content creator that was boots on the ground trying to get some information, then how would we actually know the truth of the matter anyways? Okay. How would we know the truth anyways? Because no one really looked into it. The reality of it is, the first week, everybody was confused. So at what point was everybody not confused? Because it was so many stories coming out. Now, yes, Malcolm Jamal Warner, we know him from TV. We know him as Theo on The Cosby Show and so forth. But I guess because a lot of people feel like, oh, that's not their family member, that they're okay with settling for just a lie. Okay, you're okay with that little feeling that something's not okay or right and just moving on. The same thing, and what bothers me, y'all, with this and what I really had to think about, guess what? How many times are we okay with that? Because the reality is, a lot of people were not okay when it happened to Whitney. A lot of people were not okay with it when it happened to Twitch. A lot of people were not okay with it when it happened to Michael Jackson. A lot of people were not okay with it when it happened with Angie Stone. It's been a lot of celebrities that their deaths were questionable. Okay. And so if someone is bringing questions about something and trying to get an understanding or the root of a matter, then what is wrong with that? Because if that was my loved one, guess what? I would be first to be like, baby, we're going to get to the bottom. We're going to do our own investigation. I want my own autopsy because, baby, I don't know what y'all was doing over there. Okay. Hey, Catherine, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Okay. I know I would want to know the truth. And yes, it may be a reason why his mother, his wife have not spoken up or out publicly. Okay. It could be a reason. Shelly said too many powerful people behind these things for real. Exactly. And so y'all already, those of you who follow me, y'all know I am not a conspiracy theorist type of person. I see a lot of these YouTube videos that are AI videos with the outrageous AI thumbnails and clickbait titles. I pass on right through that. Okay, I pass over it because I know that that's not real. So you got to be able to decipher what is real and what is not. Okay, not everybody out here trying to make $1. Not everybody out here trying to do XYZ. Yes, it's part of the territory if you are monetized. But everybody doesn't want it because of that. I really do want to know the truth of what really happened to this man and so many others. Now, one thing that did come up was, and welcome to everyone coming in. Although if we do find out the truth, and we may not ever get to the real truth of what happened, is it really going to matter? And see, people wanted to come forward. Eddie Griffin, he is like one of the only celebrities that has spoken out. He has even worked with Malcolm. I commend him for not being scared to speak up about what he was really feeling. It is too many suspicious things going on. And yes, I will speak up if I feel like an injustice is done or something is not quite right. That's not just with this topic. I've done it with Thorne. I've done it with BB. I've done it with a lot of topics. So I don't know what's so different about this topic that all of a sudden people are like, I don't know why they just won't leave that alone. I don't know. Because what you want, if it was you and you were off on a vacation. Okay, what about Shanquella? We still haven't even gotten to the bottom of what happened with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, think about this. Okay, these people are going to other countries and they are losing their lives and nothing is being done. And she wasn't even a celebrity. Let's start there. She wasn't even a celebrity. She went with her friends. Okay? They told the police what happened. The police took their word and that's what they ran with. They put that out to the media. It wasn't until her family got her body back and they saw what happened with her and knew that that was not the full truth. The same friends that were coming around the mother trying to see what all she knew, trying to pretend like they were being there for her and all of that, they skied up once her body got back because it was a different story. The video was released. Okay, and this young lady still to this day does not have justice. She still doesn't have justice in her particular case. And we know something for a fact went on with her. Okay, so it's so many of these type of things happening. And so I believe there was a repeat even in this situation. Okay, I believe it was a repeat. They told, the wife, okay, what she wanted the police to write down and take notes about. And nobody's going to think about any of the other little stuff surrounding. See, a lot of people speak up and they don't even know the other details. They don't know the other public information about her that looks fishy surrounding this situation. So I guess this is another situation where everyone should just just be quiet. Don't talk about it. Let it go. Let it go. It was just an accident. Okay? Catherine said, I believe that he was on a beach where there were no lifeguards, and that is important. Please don't go swimming on a beach where there's no lifeguards present. That is very dangerous. Right. Right. Hi, Cancer 66. Hey, Lolo. Hey, sis. Let's see. I'm reading some of y'all comments. Hey, Jay. She said, hello, everyone. There's so many stories about him, and I'm trying to catch up. Just like Whitney, I don't think we will ever know the truth, but I know it's so much more. Exactly. Catherine said, in other words, they lied to the police so that they could get away with what they had did to her. Oh, yeah, definitely in that situation. Yeah. Yeah, and they're still trying to at least get the girl that was fighting her on video. That was proof. Like, there was a video present. You can't hear, Lolo? You might need to come in or go out and come back in. Okay? And y'all, we can't sometimes be afraid to speak up to get to the bottom of a situation or the truth. The main thing people want, if they feel like they're getting away with something, is for people to be quiet about it. And then there is no justice for those situations. There is no justice. And even in this, like, that breaks my heart. Even hearing more of the details last night from Paperwork Party, you know, he went over there and he was talking to the police chief. And even if we don't have all of the details, y'all, and just seeing that beach and that little shrine thing that they had built there, it makes me mad all over again. And then it makes me sad that he had to go in that particular way at that location like that. And that's it. It has been no formal, like, funeral or nothing. And I think he deserves better than that, in my opinion. Let's see. A Dreamy Girl said, I've been searching for places like I said I would, but no luck yet. Okay. Lolo said, now I can hear. Okay. Hey, I'm chosen. Janice said the last update on her case was that 2 of the girls are serving time in a Mexican prison. And that's not true. That's what I'm saying. That is not true. There have been no arrests made in the Shanquella case. Hi, Doc. Welcome. Thank you for joining. She's saying the Bush is listening. I have missed interacting with the lives, but have watched many replays. Thanks, OB, for all of your hard work. Thank you so much, Doc, and I appreciate your support. You always show support, even when you're not in the chat. You watch my replays, send blessings, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, W. Wright, there's likely a video of the Nicaraguan entry and exit of that gated hospital. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, W. Wright. And I don't know if y'all noticed on that video yesterday, there was a sign that said they had video cameras around in that area. But will we ever see anything? Probably not. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Another content creator stated that his mother had to make the arrangements for him to come back to the United States, which means that he wasn't legally married to Tanisha. And you know what? I don't believe that he was, because another source that has access to look up those types of things said that there's no record, allegedly, that he's ever been married at all. Okay. And those things, y'all, are important in situations like this. And I know, like I said, there has been no official investigation opened up. This is our own personal commentary and us talking about it. But in those situations, that matters, because if there was an investigation, you need to start there. Okay, would she have rights to money? Was there a new life insurance policy? Was there a change to a will? Okay, what would be a possible motive if she was considered a suspect? If she's literally the last person that saw him and was standing over his body, crying and screaming, okay, when the police arrived, what happened up until that point? The child would have had to witness a lot of this, okay? And so even justice for even for her dad. He loved his daughter. Now we cannot deny that for sure. Because everywhere he went, he was talking about his daughter. He loved her. Let's see. Yes, double tap the screen. Barbara said we only saw that picture of Tanisha on the beach because the Spanish newspaper reported it. Right. And I looked, remember I told y'all I had looked over some of the Costa Rican newspapers because they are local. I wanted to see what they saw. And some of the stories, the one with her leaving and coming back, there was one, Teletica.com was one of the articles that mentioned that part. Now, they said went shopping, okay, but the police said she went to get something to eat. So, hey, it did show that she at least left, okay? And the daughter stayed behind. So even stuff like that, we never got over here in the United States. Okay, we didn't hear about any of her and a friend. They went somewhere, they took a 5. We didn't hear any of that. So some people don't even know that part of the story, which is why they don't understand why some people are still talking about it, because it's not adding up. The stuff we were told is totally different. Yes, the same thing would probably be he was at the water. Okay, we're on one accord with he was found there at the water. Now, we don't know if he walked into the water himself or if his body was placed there in the water and somebody found it. We don't know that part yet. Catherine said when your parents or children are asked to take charge, that means that you aren't married. Right. Hi, Shirley. I watch you sometimes. You have a good podcast. It's a couple of people that spoke out, Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams. I heard Cat Williams is laying low now. I don't know if that's true. Oh, I don't know about Cat because he does speak out too. And thank you, Kim G. I just saw your comment as well. Hi, Margaret. Hi, it is what it is. How is his body so far from the beach? I don't see any water around them. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, it is what it is. I was looking at that picture and I still have so many questions. Another thing that I noticed, even with the picture in that article, hey, we do things totally different over here in the U.S., but they don't even have a caption for the picture. Okay, it doesn't say who's in the picture, if the daughter was there, and the friend, they're not in the picture. So I just have questions. There's a random man walking. I thought if it's a crime scene, or, well, I don't know if they took it as a crime scene. See, so you probably wouldn't have I don't know. But I still have questions. The picture was so far away. I couldn't tell if it was her. So they need some better photography and just how they lay out these articles, because we don't know what's in that picture. We didn't see a body or anything. Not that we're trying to see all of that, but it was very questionable. I hope the truth comes out there and she gets her karma, okay? They had said she was not in Costa Rica when he passed. Right, Barbara? They said that, but it seems as though that's a lie, okay? Some people still stuck there. They're thinking, oh, the wife, oh my gosh, she had to find out through a phone call. Oh my goodness. But do y'all think about this? How did she get her child? Okay, who was with her child? If Malcolm had passed away and the other person was at the hospital, did anyone question where was the baby? Who had the baby? How did she get her child back? Did she get, you know what I'm saying? That brings about questions. Okay, a lot of people said that, Kim G. Hey, Jessica, Eddie Griffin needs to be careful because he's been blacklisted too, right? Shailene says she got ghosts. If they can find her and get her story, they won't. We probably won't hear anything else. I'm telling you, they want everyone to be quiet about this and move on. And we won't hear anything else about it. I believe he was placed there in the water. Shirley said, I'm so disturbed by this and what's going on in the entertainment industry. Right. Doc said his body is still in Costa Rica. No, it's supposed to be back, Doc, but no one has confirmed that. TMZ, the top dogs, have not even confirmed it. And they're the ones that said, oh, allegedly his body is supposed to be back I think, what, 2 weeks ago, that Friday or something. They haven't said anything, but they had all the pictures in the world to show right when he was announced deceased. TMZ first ones to post a video and a picture that someone had taken that was allegedly right before he left. Now, how did they get that so fast? Okay, who was spying to take that picture because it didn't look like Malcolm was posing? Okay, so they hurried up and sent it to TMZ, and we haven't heard anything else from TMZ. They have not tried to correct any information that was put out or anything. None of these articles have been corrected. No one has been trying to find out any information, but Paperwork Party went over there. No one has been over there. Right, Brittany. The police compromised the scene with their vehicles. Right, that's a good point too. He went surfing at sunrise. They reported him dead at 2. Yeah, so he was at the beach at least 6 hours surfing. Come on now. Right. Right. Where's the baby for real? We don't know. Right, Lolo. She has left a child behind before. See? Look at Lolo talking about, I'm thinking a little bit. Lolo, that's my sister. She was wanting to say, I don't believe, why everybody's still talking about it? I don't believe it. Now she even thinking. Okay, like if you actually wanted to get to the bottom of it, you would have an interest in it and really be like, oh, something not right with this. She has a whole family in Costa Rica. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Glenn. Hi, love me for real. But yeah, I just felt like I need to speak up on behalf of that, because it was just bothering me that some people take things out of context and not get an understanding of why people are still talking about something. Believe me, I'm on the phone. Believe me, if I had a piece about it and this other stuff was not coming out about it, I would be quiet about it. Okay, but obviously, and I don't, and let me say this as well. I don't say everything that I hear other people say too. I have my own little, Holy Ghost in me that is like, that's not quite right. Leave that alone. Move away from that, or this part, look into this, or I like to be as factual as possible. Okay, y'all, if you're new to this channel, please go back and look. Okay, I really don't just run off stuff and just go with, now of course everyone has opinions on stuff, but no, what are we basing it on in things? Like, we have to bring some type of facts or some reason behind saying certain stuff. Okay, let's see. Doc says, such a heartbreaking turn of events. I see so many Cosby Show clips on YouTube. My heart aches for his loved ones. Yes, me too. Me too. Justice is the difference between God's children and devil's children. Ooh, I like that, W. Right. Thank you, Doc. Pray for me, okay? Because, baby, this is definitely some unknown territory and definitely some spiritual warfare. Okay, I heard one content creator say that she may pull back because it's very dark. Some things that are coming out and all of this surrounding his death. Okay, I showed a video with the shrine that they a picture of that they had built there. That's very demonic. Okay, so I would question everything just by looking at that. Like, why is that there where he passed away? That's weird. I don't practice that stuff, but I'm pretty sure some people that knew what that meant. Okay, and it's so sad. Barbara said that is a deserted beach, a perfect place to place a body in the water. He would float to the bottom if he was unalive. A live body would float, not sink to the ocean floor, said the male Pillsbury. Okay, yeah, one man, now everybody should have questioned that. He stated that he found Malcolm's body on the ocean floor. Okay. Paperwork had me laughing, talking about what are some things on the ocean floor. They said the Titanic, Atlantis, the Little Mermaid. Sir, you did not dive that far to find him. We should have all been on red alert when we saw that video. Okay, and that was shown over here in the US. Everybody should have went on a red alert that something's off. Okay, when we saw that one video, Kim G said the rabbit hole goes deep. Yes. Okay. Hey, New Beginnings with Rosie and Kids. Yes, y'all. So, I mean, I'm going to use my voice. I'm for the underdogs, and I like to speak up situations of when I feel like it's an injustice, okay, or when someone's lying, okay, like big time lying. Like this is someone's whole life, and it's nothing to play with. Okay, and there are some other things that I have found out too that is, I don't put everything out here. That is a motivating factor for why I'm staying on this, because it's some other stuff that I'm hoping comes out. I'm not the type to just put stuff out. I don't have to be the first to release stuff and all of that. But when I start seeing stuff talked about, then the information I have, I'll bring it out. But it's a reason. It's a reason behind it. Hi, Val. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Catherine said, yes, that sounded strange. How would he go that far without a tank of oxygen on his back? Okay, it's the lies for me. Yes. Then they said the Red Cross attended to him, but we found out that they didn't come until July 24th. Right. They have a whole Red Cross ship parked there. Okay. Now, I don't know if they had like a little mobile unit or whatever in the area that comes to get the bodies, because one of them articles stated that they took him directly from the beach to the morgue, and just little stuff like that. Okay, Kim G said, I do hope this turns into an investigation, at least for his daughter's safety. Exactly. And when Paperwork talked about that, about the bloodline, man, that thing was deep. It made me think about that movie Colombiana. I don't know if y'all remember that movie with what's her name? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name. But y'all, I watched that movie over and over. And in that movie, they knew that the dad had access to this very vital information. The dad was prepared, though. He had everything on the flash drive, and he told the little girl to put that under her tongue. She had it under her tongue, and she actually swallowed it. When they came to unalive the parents, the little girl was just sitting at the table. She had to watch her parents pretty much, or hear them shoot and all of that, get unalived. So when the guy came in for her, because they were looking for that particular thing, well, she takes off and she escapes. And so that was her passport to get back to the U.S. But she spent the rest of her time, and she grew up looking for the very people that unalived her family. And she was able to find them. And so he was kind of talking about, at the same time they were trying to get him, they may have been trying to get his daughter, but his daughter made it out. But, hey, we just praying for her safety, that none of this, affects her. Val, I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked into anything like that. I hope that she is. Now, I do remember he shared on Facebook when she was pregnant, his wife was pregnant. He shared a photo, and even on that photo, when I say no faces, it showed everything cut off. They were holding hands by her belly, and all you could see was from the top of their chest, and that's it, down, okay, to the belly. And they were holding each other's hands. That's it. No faces. Okay, so we really don't know. Only close people to him would know who she is. And with them being around her, how much do you really know about people? Okay? Just because you go over to their house and go out to eat with them and stuff like that, do you really know them? That's the thing. Zoe Saldana, yes, thank you, Gwen. Right. Kim G said, a little birdie said Tanisha is the type to put hands on her man. Really? And did, allegedly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you saw that movie too, Janet. That's a very good movie. Yeah. I believe the child is his. She locked in on him. Yeah. Tanisha is compromised. I like that word, compromised. Yes. I can definitely see that. And then also, one thing that hasn't come out is who was the friend that introduced them. See, you would have to even go back to that, because it seems like he was in a place. We watched a video the other day where he wasn't really wanting a relationship, and that friend was trying to persuade him to go ahead and try to get with her and be with her and go on a date with her. So it's like little stuff like that. Did they have his best interest at heart, even during that situation? So it's a lot of different things that play a role into this. But like I said, if people only focus on what one article has stated, what the narrative has been put out, then yeah, they're going to get tired of seeing it. They don't want to see anymore. They are comfortable settling just for that. Okay, and hey, it is what it is. Friend or mama. Okay, because everybody's friend. Nobody's name's been put out there. Even those friends don't even speak up. Like the friend that hooked them up. Oh yeah, I hooked up Malcolm and Tanisha. You never hear those stories. Okay, some say his mother introduced them. I don't know. I have to catch up. Did she finally make no, Val? Nothing has been stated from mother or wife. I just know that, according to the police over in Costa Rica and some of the notes that have been, shared. And like I said, y'all, we have to filter even that stuff, because they don't want a bad look over in their area. Okay? They don't want any of this, a celebrity losing his life on their territory, to put a bad taste in people's mouths so that they won't vacation over there, because that's how they make a lot of their money. The tourism, okay, the vacation spots, the resorts. And so that's the last thing that they would want, is someone to come over there and get unalived or pass away, however you want to look at it. And then now people are like, I ain't going back to Costa Rica. That's the last thing. Do you think Granny or the mother will push his daughter to get in the industry? Oh, I don't know. Possibly. I don't know what she's good at. Some people want that and some people don't. Multiple identities sounds larcenous. Yeah. Oh, yes, the no food part. That was what the video was about earlier that I did. That there was a crack, and of course, when I said crack in an alibi, someone said, well, she's not a suspect. Okay, let's just say cracking story. Okay. I mean, your alibi is where were you? Pretty much. That's how I looked at it when this was taking place. Okay. That goes for anyone close to the situation. Where were you at? Okay, where were you at? Because that's what I ask my students or my children. If something goes down at school, okay, and especially to my own kids, my first question is, okay, where was the teacher? Because I'm just trying to see, where were you during this altercation right here? Okay, so yeah, that is their entire economy. Yeah, the entire economy, tourism over there. Yeah, I agree. But yes, I just wanted to provide some clarification on why I am still speaking up on behalf of Malcolm Jamal Warner. And then if we get some updates in the other cases, guess what? I'm going to speak up about that. I was speaking up about Whitney, 2 weeks ago. Okay, and if they reopen that investigation, I'm going to talk about that as well. Like, we should want to know what really happened to these people. I'm sorry. Let's see. Can you contact Kelly from the news or someone who is doing the good news? On what part? Tanisha should have been taken into custody. Well, see, Barbara, I don't think that they do arrests where they were located. They said they don't even do police reports, allegedly. They just take notes. And then the way that paperwork described the jail, child, they probably don't even have enough space. Okay. I'm telling you, they probably don't even have. Oh, okay, Margaret, I see what you're saying. Hey, they're a part of the industry. They don't even probably want to get involved. I'm just surprised that Eddie Griffin spoke up. I'm being serious. They're like, oh no, we know what happens to people if they try to talk up in the industry. We're not trying to get blacklisted. They want to be quiet and let this go by. They do not want to mention anything else about this. And I'm telling you, Costa Rica is definitely not going to mention it. They're done. Okay. They're done. But y'all, let me get off from here, get some gas and everything. I just wanted to stop in, provide some clarification on what my video was about. And to anyone that just may have questions or wonderings, feel free, to post that. But some of it, if it's rude or if I feel like it's not appropriate, it will be removed. Okay. If you're being rude to people under the comments, that will be removed as well. Just be respectful. We can have our varying opinions. Just be respectful in the chat. That's all I ask. Thank you so much, Margaret. Val said, Ray J. Let's see. Offered Whitney paid by the white Diddy man. Can't think of his name. Which one? I'm trying to think. Shout out to I'm Chosen for the floating hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kim G said you brought up Shanquella. The killer's still footloose and fancy free. Right. Exactly. They're still out there. Thank you so much, I'm Chosen. I appreciate the flower. I can't think of Clive Davis. That's probably who you're talking about. Hey, Chosen by God, welcome. Okay. Yeah, you probably talking about, allegedly. Happy birthday, Jay. Oh, my goodness. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jay. Happy birthday to you. I love you. Y'all forgive my voice. It's not out there. I love you, Jay. Thank you so much for your support of the open book. I hope you have a blessed birthday on today. Also, shout out to the moderators. Thank you, ladies, so much. You're welcome, Jay. Enjoy your special day. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have a blessed day. Until next time, make sure you hit the like. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Shout out to Yo-Yo. She had her birthday yesterday. Hey, Queen. I was just about to hit in and I saw you come through. Yes, Lolo. Okay, and I did a post to you yesterday, Yo-Yo, as well. Happy belated birthday. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.